we have tried to establish as what we call an enterprise information model, meaning that we have abbreviated to AEM, or that it's a logical model where we define our business language. What can we at all talk about? It could be the employee perspective. How do you talk about an employee or the organization? Localization, being in which country, in which factory, in which plant are we actually right now? Or it could be the product dimension, the product master data. What is the logical model for talking about that? What is a model in a product? What is a type of a product? What is a category? How do we talk about colors of a product, for example? If you can make a logical model on paper, on Post-it notes on the wall, then that could be the company agreement about how we set up our data. Some companies are so lucky that they have one source of record for all master data, or what you could refer to as a master data system. Many companies don't have that opportunity, meaning that they have several systems where you generate and have source of record for your master data. So to ensure that they are compliant and have the same perspective of how you talk about things, they should all refer to that logical model. So if we don't have one source, one system, we can at least ensure coexistence across the systems for the vital part of our master data. And by doing that, also be able to document that because this system and that system are compliant to our logical model, then we also know we are in control of what comes out of print here and what is in our production report, what is on our invoice, what do we deliver to UDI, and so forth. So that could also be a strategy. And the value in the company of establishing a common language, agree on what you call it, so you don't get confused that some use the word model for what others call a style or a type, then you bring a lot of value setting up the whole infrastructure of information and master data to be able also to be compliant, but also to bring a lot of other values into your company. So it's a matter of the starting point. Look at the investment of making this backbone of information master data right from the start, and by the way also ensure that you're compliant. Of course, that also needs some considerations about the system architecture, or which systems then provide the source of record for which master data. That comes naturally on right below the logical information model. To make that happen, to convince anyone that you should make that investment, you really need to have top-down focus in your company about this. If the top management doesn't support this, it will be very hard to run, because it is, to some extent, a kind of standardizing your business language. And of course, different divisions, different part of your value chain might have different opinions about how you talk about this and that. So they will maybe experience it's a little too tight a shirt to wear. So you need to have support from top management to work with this. But you also need to incorporate mechanisms and methods for converting from the internal standardized view on what you talk, how you talk about things, to the external market views. So have structured mechanisms from how you get from a generic term into a market-specific term, and how you know you are in control with what you show out here, actual reference to this internal generic term here. So it's not to say that now we can talk in the same way about things to the end customer out there as the production people here, but we need to know exactly how we transfer from the internal to the external language. So standardization, yes, internally, but also diversification externally to meet the market requirements and the different audiences out there. So that is some of the meta thoughts or high-level considerations that we have been working with, starting our work with master data management in the William Demand company, and as you might know from Oticon and Acoustics and other major brands.